with your midday news. The Bushiri is granted 100,000 bail. eThekwini mayor rejects claims after police removed journalists from briefing. Mixed expectation over Swanger 2019. The controversial prophet Shepard Bushiri and his wife have been granted 100,000 bail. The two, whom are represented by advocates Barry Rue, appeared briefly at the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court in Pretoria this morning. The Bushiris are facing charges of fraud, money laundering. Faithful members of the Enlightened Christian Gathering Church came out in numbers to gather in prayer outside of the court in support of their pastor. eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede has rejected claims that an instruction to send Durban Metro Police officers into the City Hall chambers to physically remove journalists who were attending DA's briefing came from her. Journalists who were trying to gain access to the chambers were apparently manhandled and prevented from entering the building. Meanwhile, the South African National Editors Forum has condemned what it describes as unconstitutional behavior towards journalists. Uncovered corruption has led to opposition parties having mixed expectations for SANA 2019. Opposition parties want President Cyril Ramaphosa to make a bold and decisive state announcement about what he plans to do about those implicated in corruption. The president will deliver two of the nation addresses tomorrow. The first one is still important for taking stock of the year that has been and setting a tone for the one ahead. DA's chief whip John Steenhuisen says Ramaphosa's second SONA will be an important indicator of what he plans to do about the economy. Meanwhile, the president is expected to step up to the podium to speak to the nation at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at your sports updates with Thatohatsi Mtshali.
A good wacky Wednesday to you. I'm Thatohatsi Mtshali with your sports news. Starting with your soccer news, Mamelodi Sundowns will be looking to keep their title chase on when they face Black Leopards in the only leg fixture today. Sundowns have so far lost one match in the PSL against AmaZulu last week. Leopards coach Dalen Kerr is hoping for a positive reaction from his players after they suffered 3-0 to Bloemfontein Celtics on Sunday. Still with your soccer news, Black Leopards owner David Tiadela has been banned from football for a year and slapped with a 1 million rand fine as punishment for the rant he directed at referee Victor Hlungwane that included apparent threats and tribal referees last year. The Premier Soccer League's disciplinary hearing found him guilty of bringing the league into disrupt and the tried he directed Hlungwane following an ABSA Premiership match between Leopards and Bloemfontein Celtics in Thohoyandou in September, a game his side lost 1-0. The Leopards boss further angered the league's executives when he wrote a saddening letter about the PSL and its chairman Ivan Khoza in December last year. And lastly, South Africa put in a stout defensive display as they held Nigeria to a 0-0 draw in their second Group A clash in the 2019 African Under-20 Championships in Nigeria last night. Amajita have drawn 2 of their 2 games, meaning they now have 1 game left against Burundi on Friday. Nigeria dominated the possession in the second half, but South Africa's defense was good to not let them score. Amajita will have to win their game on Friday if they wish to play in the semi-finals. That's all from the sports desk. It's back to you, news.
And now let's take a look at your weather and traffic.
Thank you, Bongeka. Let's start with the traffic updates. Starting at Midrand at Ellendale Road, there's a protest action near Mastiff Road. Expect delays and diversions through the area. Rabbi Reach at Modderfontein Road, there's congestion causing heavy traffic between Zierfontein Road and Dane Road due to motorists diverting from protest action on Ellendale Road. Diepsloot N14, there are roadworks restricting traffic between the R511 Diepsloot and R5112 Lanseria exits. Melrose at M1, there's a crash after the Kohler Drive exit causing queuing traffic. And lastly, at Central Johannesburg at the M2, there are roadworks restricting traffic on the ramp to M1 North at Crown Interchange, causing queuing traffic. Taking a look at your weather, Johannesburg reaches highs of 23 degrees Celsius and lows of 13 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies and less chance of rain at the moment. Pretoria at 15 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius, and Vereeniging at lows of 14 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius. And that's all we have today. Back to you, Bongeka.
And that's it from me and the rest of the Joburgtv News team. Goodbye.